when it was over at 18 minutes, it was really over, and there was little that AS could do. And this seems that a draft that has all the ingredients to repeat that timing again.
Ye of little faith for the Senna, ye of little faith for the Gangplank coming in here. If we get some solid players, I know that hopefully Youe is going to be really excited to watch as this game progresses. As we're going to jump back into game number 2 of GAM Esports versus ASE, as once again, Carix and Youe are going to be stepping in for us here.
Once again, Youe, the VCS boomers are eating well as we have a return of Levi, Shyvana, Keck W. It's been so long. It's true, it's true. Youe, apparently you are muted on stream. I'm just going to jump in. Apparently you're muted on stream.
Thank you very much. Yes, I am stupid. On my apologies. Haven't been producing in a while, so yeah, I didn't unmute myself, so now I should be audible. Apologies.
I mean, it's lucky you were just swearing so much. You said some really horrible things.
So, one thing I'm a little confused about with this Shyvana is the ghost. Now, to be fair, I didn't really research Shyvana jungle too heavily, because I didn't really expect to see it, especially with this current iteration. But Ghost strikes me as a little bit of a weird choice for this champion, because she gets a lot of movement speed anyway on the W all the time. So, a little bit confused by that. I would have expected maybe a more aggressive summoner, an Ignite for invades, or maybe an Exhaust to chase down to buff her ganks a little bit more. The old Shyvana tactics of going Exhaust and just walking into lane, exhausting the enemy and running them down. But yeah, it's a Ghost, so more late game, more teamfight focused. Elio.
Oh, Elio finds his way in on the Zamumi, throws out the bandage, just gives Easy Love a couple of souls, because that damage really can't stick. What do you think of this matchup from the Senna perspective, being our resident Senna expert?
So, Senna, in essence, is not too bad into Kalista in isolation, because she outdamages most of what Kalista does, and then also slows Kalista, which Kalista hates, with a very easy-to-hit Q. The problem is more, I think, Kalista into Tahm Kench, which is something Tahm Kench absolutely despises to play against, because Kalista can just do whatever she wants in this lane, and even though Senna, I think, is fine into Kalista most of the time, in this case, with Tahm Kench next to her, I think she's gonna struggle, or Tahm Kench more is the one struggling in this matchup. As we have Hyo looking for an early dive. Kiaya is not very close to Mega Gnar, so this could actually work, I think.
Yeah, he moves back. He just wants to secure the Scuttle Crab. I think they're just going to make the call that LLT is sort of winning this lane already. He has already built up about half a wave of a CS lead. A bit more than that even. So not too bad there. Was just ready in case of any shenanigans. Levi will move down. They both steal each other's Krugs, unless Levi gets chased off.
Yeah, remember, no flash for Levi. This is dangerous.
He has used the Ghost, so he can dodge the Tongue Lash. That movement speed does come in clutch. Elio now coming over to help him out. He really wants to try and take away these Krugs, but he just can't do it.
Now, Levi's invades today have been very questionable. This one, I guess he has the mechanics to outplay, but...
Hang on. We need to look in the jungle. There's a clash. Oh, no, never mind. Levi did get away with the back. It was very close, though. Hyo was about to walk into the bush.
I didn't even spot what you were talking about, but yeah, Levi just barely able to escape. He used his Ghost, and that shouldn't be too consequential, because, yeah, Ghost in the first place. Why does he have it? But yeah, he should be fine. He's very far ahead now in experience. He's already starting his second clear, and if he's able to finish second clear into Dragon, maybe, with the bot lane being as dominant as they have been, they could really accelerate him to level 6. If you get the first Dragon into level 6 on Shyvana, you are a menace on the Rift, especially on this particular item build.
Ooh, lovely play, cool. Lands a lovely charm there onto Cardi. I don't think he's quite got the follow-up. He pushes forward because he thinks he does, and he's right, as Ari will pick up that first blood, and play cool is looking good.
And yesterday we saw an Ari try to go for this kind of play without Ignite, and she failed miserably, so I kind of expected this to look like there yesterday, where they try to go for the dive and barely don't have the damage, but beautifully combined the Q with the W damage, so it was really hard for Carti to anticipate the burst. I think there was an auto attack in there as well, so perfectly played from Playcool. And that's a kill before level 6, and now Carti has to be insanely cautious.
If we get the replay, we need to have a look at the charm that actually came out that set that up, because that was absolutely beautiful out of Playcool. But on the top side, we have the Dragon going down on the bot, but Kiaya will be going down top, and Playcool is everywhere.
He's living up to his name in game 2. He had a little bit of he needed some time to adjust to the stage apparently, but now he is playing how he wants to play. Very cool game indeed. 2-0 for the Ari, and this champion can snowball. And looking at this draft, I didn't actually want to talk about this too much, because it's still GAM against ASE. Oh, Easy Love.
I'm sorry, my stream just froze there for a moment, so I am back in, as Easy Love has gone incredibly low. The Gangplank ultimate coming in to help them out as well. That's a big bit of resource to use just to save the bottom lane.
Yeah, Gangplank ult very optimistic. I think if Xin actually hits the Q, they have potential to chase down Style. But yeah, it was very optimistic indeed. I don't think Gangplank really needs his ultimate in top lane though, so that's a fine play to make. They save Easy Love's life. And now Hyo against Levi clash in the jungle.
Oh no, and as you said, if you get that early dragon, you are a god on Shyvana. As Elio moves forward, manages to pick up that first kill, does Levi. Over the wall goes Xin. But that is a free kill given over to GAM, and they fire back well. And look who's on the way. This is a dive. Valkyrie over the wall. Cardi knows exactly where he's going to move this plane down towards the tower. Levi jumps in as that dragon, and it's only Xin left standing. And
Ari's coming.
Are getting absolutely wiped off the map. Playcool is coming down, and he thinks he can go forward, and he hits the charm again. These things are magnetized, but he can't actually make a play off the back of it. Oh my word, GAM are decisive today.
And really nice game plan from GAM. Actually not that impressive in terms of mechanics, but just reading the map and preparing for this level 6 power spike from Levi. He didn't actually get to level 6 from the dragon, which I think was the initial plan. Instead, I think he hits level 6 off some minions dying here in this wave. And that's just not enough respect given to level 6 Shyvana, and also missing mid laner. Yeah, so a little bit fortunate maybe from GAM. I think they wanted to have Levi hit level 6 from his jungle alone. They still make it work, and it's 2 kills over to them. First Shyvana ult, successful. Shyvana also got the first dragon, so she's in a really good spot right now, scaling nicely into the game.
For sure. And we, yeah. Oh. Hello Vietnamese chaps. Not sure what's going on here. I love coming out of replays. It's always surprising. You know, it's always the thing you least expect with VCS when you come out of a replay. So you get to have a look at us for a little bit. Well, now we can slow down, perhaps, and have a chance to talk. Your way. Your camera's looking very good today.
Thank you very much. So,
but so far, what are you thinking of the VCS? You know, we've had, a couple days of play.
So, yeah, I'll talk about my issues with the GAM's draft a little bit later. Let's look at the VCS as a whole, as this is my first outing in this split so far. Have been a little bit surprised by some of the meta reads, I'd say. Also, I assume Belweth is not available, because we haven't even seen her in any of the drafts being featured, and she is being played in other leagues, and I think she would be something Levi would enjoy immensely, so a little bit surprised by that, a little bit surprised by some of the support meta, I shouldn't say surprised. Disappointed. I wanted to finally see the transition over to my kind of league, where we see all the enchanters, all the bot lane mechanics actually coming to fruition. Instead, we have Nautilus against Tom Kench. Yay! But at least the Nautilus got killed over and over again, so that's fine. But I'm super excited to see how all these teams clash against each other. I'm so excited to follow Dia1's storyline, to follow Cerberus' storyline. We have so many good teams.
And we go back into the game very quickly. Not sure what went wrong, but hey, it doesn't matter. Means we get a chance to chat, and good timing for us to get back in as Kiaya smacks a rock into LLT's face, but Pirates nice and happy. No worries there, as it's about a 500 gold lead over to GAM. And honestly, this is off the back of Playcool, who has looked fantastic.
Yeah, so now it's time. Oh no, there's no time. Levi is really tanky already.
Yeah, he's huge. He's already got the Barmy Cinder. I don't think there's much Hyo can do about this one. I think you have to give this Herald up.
Yeah, Hyo just... Oh, wow, what happened here?
Oh, bot lane. How have they gone under the tower? It must have just been an Amumu bandage, and now he's got no hope. Doesn't even get time to pop the shield. Elio has to use the stopwatch, so that kind of hurts, but the kill makes up for it.
Ah, Xin tried to push it to the extreme. He tried to bait with the E, but he could have pressed it. I think he could have lived there. Doesn't respect the re-engage from Elio with the Q2. A little unfortunate. I think Xin actually had the means of surviving there and turning this around and playing weak side defense. Instead, it's now on play cool to turn this fight around.
It absolutely is. 2,500 health on the Rift Herald. It is Hyo with prime positioning, but Levi's in plenty of room to smite. There he goes. Goes into Dragon form. They know where their bread is buttered. They want to try and take out Playcool, but it hasn't worked out as he gets over the wall. Elio will be the first one to fall. Hyo going very low. Needs to find a way out. I don't think it exists, though, as he's got a big dragon bearing down on him. Kiayo will be the one to deal the blow, but 1-for-1 is honestly not horrible for ASE.
And they're just not ready to fight the dragons. It looks like Westeros being invaded by the first Targaryens. They have no idea what's hitting them. Levi's just in the middle of everyone, dealing so much damage, tanking forever, and he's only gonna get stronger. So this is a worrying trend. And
oh, LLT, you're in. What have you just done?
can he survive this? No, I don't think so.
No, he's dead. Why did he do that?
Rookie mistake. Too greedy for the wave. It's one of those ADC feelings. You see the waves, you see the potential CS, you want to scale up, you want to generate all that money, but let's first take a look. Actually, really bad engage in my opinion for GAM, because they all go and play cool.
They use everything.
Yeah, and play cool has all the mobility to get away. But on the other side, Hyo also misses his first ultimate on Kati, so both engages fail, but then it's just GAM with more staying power, with more tankiness, more DPS, especially from Levi, so makes sense for them to win the fight. And I really think ASE had a great opportunity to win this passage of play if Xin played a little bit more cautiously in the bot lane and try and actually use his E. But unfortunately, now GAM with a huge kill lead, they're going to get Dragon number 2, that's only making Levi stronger. So this Shyvana is getting stronger and stronger again. Are we really going to see Levi revive the Shyvana trend? I mean, I'm up for it. I'm up for it. Yeah,
I think AD Shyvana is a lot less silly than AP Shyvana.
She's still AP, though. She's just auto-attack.
Well, okay, auto-attack based. You know what I mean. Bruiser Shyvana is what I should say rather than AD. The old just, I'm going to throw an E, and if you don't dodge it, the fight's immediately over, was always very silly. But Cardi has been caught, uses the package, but it's not going to save him. And play cool. He's having the game of his life.
Speaking of very silly, Kati. No. He just dodged the last engage from Hyo with ultimate in the last fight with a very nice flash, turns around the fight, then he goes back into mid lane and says, hey, I'm here for the taking. I don't have flash now, so please engage on me again. Very easy kill. 3-0 now for Play Cool. Definitely want to praise him as well. And he might be the one saving grace for his team. His bot lane is still doing alright, considering it's melee against ranged matchup, with Xin struggling immensely to keep up in CS. But the Senna is still getting some souls here and there, so we can't really just compare the CS and Senna lanes. It's Levi. Levi just wants more money.
He does. Levi's hungry. That Rift Herald will, of course, spell the doom for the tower, but they are able to evacuate. Good call there. No greed coming in from the ASE bot lane. Plates go over, shared between Levi and Style. And this is GAM just surging ahead. I said only moments ago that it was only a few hundred gold, but it's gone up to 4k.
Yeah, and Hyo is here to defend, but he doesn't even have his ultimate, so he can't do anything. They can't even stop the charge. Yeah, GAM looking more and more confident. They are just dominating the map, and this is something... I'm still a little worried about GAM, because if we look at the whole league, we are probably looking at the weakest team in the league at ASE, right? Or at least we're suspecting that they might be the weakest team. And I'm looking at these GAM mid-jungle drafts, and we just had the Kha'Zix Corki, which just didn't do anything together, and now we're going Shyvana Corki. This is... I'm really scared. If they run this into a stronger team that's able to just stand up in lanes and actually play together with a very strong mid-jungle duo, I think GAM might run into big trouble. So I'm still not convinced by their drafting so far in this split. Maybe Hanke can actually show us that this is the correct way, but so far, not the biggest fan.
Yeah, I do agree. Now, of course, there is an element of you're not being tested too hard.
Very true.
Like, are you just playing? Maybe they just want to see how Shyvana feels, that kind of thing. It's hard to read because maybe you think you can kind of win on any draft against ASE.
I think Shyvana is also a specific thing into Wukong, because Wukong is very bad into AP junglers, especially AP junglers that don't get bursted by him. And Shyvana is fast in the clear, she can 1v1 him, she can evade him constantly, and has better dragon presence as well. So I think it's also a counterpick looking at the Wukong. But still, the synergy between Shyvana and Corki double AP, with Corki having negative pressure in mid lane. I think if you run into a better team with a better jungler and a more aggressive mid laner, though Playcool has played a great game, this can really, really backfire.
But honestly, the person I'm more worried about is Karti. The fact of the matter is that, yes, Playcool has played extremely well, but Karti is giving him these openings to do this. As he steps back forward, Hyo gets on top of him, and that's going to be another kill as Karti goes down. This is worrying for the GAM mid laner.
Yeah, I agree. It's too easy. And we shouldn't be too negative on GAM, because it's only the first week. They won the split. They have earned all the respect we can ever give them. They've kind of earned a few bad games as well, but still, it's something to talk about, especially with a stronger mid lane lineup for the whole split. Mid lane for a long time has been kind of the one position we worry about the most coming into international tournaments, right? We look at the mid laners, and then we have Froggy into Faker and Caps, and it's a little bit yikes, but now we have DR1 back in the league. We have Playcool, apparently, a new entry in the league with some nice mechanics. So I think mid lane is slowly looking up, and Karti can't slack off. Karti needs to be on his best behavior.
Yeah, for sure. He was when we were doing those power rankings. I don't know if you actually ended up doing one. He was the only GAM player I didn't put in S tier.
Yeah, I can see it.
He was the only one. I put Kiai. Oh, never mind. We'll have to come back to it. As he is making us eat our words, as the rest of the team do collapse on in, and Karti picks up the kill, picks up the mid tower. And look, obviously, we are sort of criticizing GAM. Oh, Easy Love, you're in so much trouble here. Does try and get the movement speed from the heel, but it doesn't matter as Kiai bears down on him. As I was saying, obviously we are criticizing GAM, but we are criticizing them, looking at them as the best team in the league versus potentially the worst. So they are still winning very hard.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing some of the rookie mistakes from AS Esports. Just giving them too much of an opening in the mid lane here by trying to go for second Herald, which if you trade second Herald for a tower, you have already lost the trade, but you haven't even just traded it for a tower. You traded it for a tower and 2 kills, so that's really suboptimal. So I think ASE, once again, they're showing what they are. They're showing that they're a rookie team playing against the best late game, mid game, and late game shot calling team in the league in GAM. So it's obvious they're going to be failing on some of those rotational plays. So I don't even really want to spend too much time criticizing them, because maybe they can actually fight their way out of this game by just very nicely played 5v5s. I like this collapse here, just calling GAM's bluff, because GAM really wanted to cheat the dragon as well, but they don't have the timers, so this dragon belongs to AS Esports, and they've actually just claimed this objective, and this slows down GAM's snowball a little bit.
Kiai has to buy some time here. He does get a big Nara into the wall. He's trying to walk around as Levi comes forward. The raid boss is activated, has Karti helping him out, but in the end they actually can't make anything happen. But I think they're about to, as the bot lane is on the way. Levi has access to that dragon form. In goes Hyo, and Karti's just been caught out. This completely stuffs the play for GAM. They have to retreat. I don't think ASE is going to try and seize on it, but Karti, mate, get it together.
Yeah, Elliot, they still want to go for the fight. This is so risky.
They don't have the Amumu ultimate. I don't think you can go for this. I think they just want the wave.
I think Kiai, they were looking at Kiai's respawn teleport timer, which is up, so I think that was where they were coming from, and they actually push ASE back. But in the end, it's still a one fight. It's a huge objective bounty. It's another shutdown over to Playcool, so he's really, really far ahead now. And I actually want to extend some of the flame we've been giving Kati for dying continuously to Wukong ultimate to the whole team, because he should really be timing this ultimate. It's still level 10, it's a level 1 Wukong ultimate, so quite a long cooldown, all things considered. You should not be getting flanked over and over again on your immobile carries by a Wukong, so yeah, maybe another thing GAM has to work on next week. Try to keep a little bit of a closer eye on the enemy's huge CC abilities.
Yeah, 100%. So far, they really are being carried by the fact that Levi is just a complete raid boss, and he's just completely unanswerable. I think that's going to remain true for the rest of this game. Obviously, GAM still very far ahead, still very much in the driver's seat, as Levi, once again, pressuring in onto Hyo and Playcool as Elio comes in from the side, needs to get a bandage. Can't quite do it, has another chance, of course, but a good charm will make sure that he can't get anything done, regardless. It is GAM in control, GAM pushing in the wave.
Oh, but it's still many resources lost, especially Levi's ultimate. He needs to spend some time in the jungle to build this one back up. So GAM can't really fight now. And another instance where his E has a nice disengage. Also a little bit on Elio, missing that Q. He should have definitely hit that one. There would have been one kill at least, maybe a Baron, potentially. Because GAM was really trying to go for a spawn kill of the Baron here after getting 2 or 3 kills. Instead, it's just Kiaya pushing the bot lane. But can he be punished?
They're going to try it. He's not too far away from Mega now. He will go Mega during this fight. Gets hit by a barrel. Gets a wallop. In comes the center ult to shield them up. He's going to go down. Levi moving in without that ultimate. Can't actually join the play. Good stuff by ASE.
And it's a free kill too. There's nothing on the map to accomplish for GAM. So GAM really a little bit losing themselves on the map, on the timers. Nothing for them to do, just pushing in waves. And this is something we always talk about. When you're too far ahead, when you've had too much success from pushing down the early towers, there comes a time in the game where you can't go for Baron, but there's nothing else on the map to do. So you just have to be a little bit more cautious on your side lane pushes, because even though Kiaya did get the tower. So in the end, even though he dies and gives up an assisted kill, it's still a positive gold trade for GAM. But you should try to get away a little bit more quickly and maybe just get the tower for free. There's not much to say about the skill, just well played. Nicely chained together. Hyo actually dodging the crucial CC, so he actually stuck to Kiaya and was able to chase him down. A little bit of assistance from Easylove as well, so nicely done. And Hyo and LLT once again showing their synergy. That's really the one thing I'm taking away from the series, together with Playcool being a pretty good player. Jungle top synergy. It's looking great for Ace.
GAM is on Baron though. I don't think ASE are in a position to respond. They have just been caught on the timer. That's completely free. Baron will walk away with 5 buffs. GAM, I should say, not Baron. Baron doesn't get his own buff.
Baron does not get to walk away, unfortunately.
No, Baron, he doesn't have legs. Poor guy.
Well, that was a really nice recovery play, and GAM, yeah, they're still the best macro team, they're still the best team when it comes to reading map situations, and even though they failed a little bit on that aspect the last 2 minutes, they immediately recover and shut me up with a nice Baron rush, good vision control in the first place. AS should probably have sniffed out a little bit of the movement on the map, but in the end, this Baron buff can accelerate them to another dragon that's spawning in 10 seconds, and then really set up the win condition of the Hextech Soul in about 5 minutes.
And I'm saying Playcool really should have done taken some of the Nymera advice for Ari of just buy a Medjai's every game. Because Ari never dies because she's too slippery. And if it had a Medjai's, maybe he would be able to actually deal enough damage to try and carry something in the late game. I know that's obviously a bit of a stretch, but he does feel like the hope carrier, as Carty has gone under a tower. No, never mind. It was I completely misread the colours there. Carty was the one under his own tower. A little bit too much there from LLT.
Yeah, getting countered by the stopwatch.
I just assumed Carty was under tower.
LLT actually had the damage to kill him there, especially with the Senna ult giving a shield. But the stopwatch, of course, once again being the best item in the game. And now Carty just appears on the other side of the map, and suddenly A's base is in shambles. They can't defend this without LLT.
Yeah, this seems like a huge mistake here. They've just been completely caught on the rotate. They're going to lose at least one inhibitor. They might be able to defend this bot one, but I don't think they can. Not with the Dragon coming over, throwing in that E. Levi's bearing down on them. Cardi will get cleaned up, but it just doesn't matter. The health bars are so low here for ASE. GAM are looking absolutely resplendent as they pick up 3. They move forward. They are not even going to bother with the inhibitor. They will just to get the minion wave. And they will pick themselves up a first series win of summer in 2022. This is going to be GAM taking down ASE.
Are they?
Getting them
back
in their winning.
Maybe not.
Oh, God, they're not. They're actually not.
They still have a huge wave. Easy Love, where are you going? There's a Nexus Tower being attacked.
He's trying to draw minions away. I don't think he can do this. No, he can't. The Nexus is exposed. He's dying to minions. It will be GAM picking up their first win, getting back in the winning ways. Oh my God. Okay.
Are they? Oh, Easy Love is dying to minions. No.
Okay. Game continues.
A little bit of a silly affair.
My end of game calls today.
Cursed. So, I mean, to be fair, GAM is trolling you majorly in these 2 games by just extending the call forever. So, this was very reminiscent of GAMs of old, of 2019, if you remember that kind of GAM. The super aggressive, maybe over-aggressive GAM, I'd argue. They are much more disciplined right now, but one thing they can still do is the positive side of that aggression. Just one snap of the finger and they're instantly in the enemy base, just getting 1 kill and the game's over, basically. But now, can play cool. Play it cool.
That's the double center ult. Kiaya, he's about to go mega, but they kill him before he can. Elio goes down as well, and ASE fire back.
Fortunately for them, nothing really to take. They're just going to farm some minions, get some experience, and maybe that might be enough. If LLT gets to another item, if Play Cool has another item and is able to one-shot the likes of Carti or Style in the next team fight, maybe there could be enough. We have seen some Nexus defenses actually against GAM, or by GAM against SE in their series. Yeah, just a good collapse, not much to say, very nicely done. And GAM is really showing their cards in terms of not being able to play against Wukong. The way they've been playing against Wukong has been really sad in this game, just getting caught repeatedly over and over again in every single lane, every single player, especially Kiaya. So maybe some they should go back to the drawing board and actually play some games in solo queue against some good Wukong players, because they seem really uncomfortable with his timings.
Yeah, it does seem that way. But, you know, GAM still obviously in full control. With their 7k gold lead, 2 inhibs down. They're just going to try and push in the one lane that won't do it itself.
Play cool from behind. He's trying to look at Carti again. There he is!
Yep, they found Carti. The charm doesn't land, but Carti will fall regardless. It's a good start here for ASE. Can they actually win it? No, not with Kiaya like that. Kiaya goes in. Levi cleans it up. In goes Elio as well, with that Fate's Call being thrown into the backline. Easy Love, absolutely no chance of escape. LLT is the only man.
Wait, there's an open Nexus.
This time, the Nexus will go down. It is an open Nexus your way, but you know they're going to chase down LLT. They want to make sure that their KDAs look as perfect as they can, as Levi will pick up another kill. A triumphant return to the Dragon and a 2-0 series victory for GAM.